first you have to let everybody know who's here. Steve, and Julie. Okay, so today I want to talk to you about my favorite movies. So go ahead and move on to the next slide. Oh, the side button there. Okay. So, who here likes to watch movies?
Me.
Okay, so me, I love to watch movies, and you know, I learned a lot about movies, including cinematography, which is the art and science behind making motion pictures. Next slide. So, my history with film was radio and broadcasting, which I took throughout most high school, and film editing, which was a college class I took at Prince William Sound. Next slide. So, I want to talk to you about my favorite movies and what they mean to me and what they might mean to you. So first I'll start with Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump was released in 1994 and was directed by Robert Zemeckis. And this movie played, the main actor for this movie was Tom Hanks. And Forrest Gump has a very inspiring message to me. To me, Forrest Gump is, you know, even if you may be handicapped or lack the intelligence, you can still do great things in your life. I want to talk to you a little bit about this movie. Forrest Gump is the main character, and he is basically a not very intelligent person who goes on an adventure to find the love of his life. He experiences war, shrimping, everything, anything you can think of. So, moving on to the next slide. So the next movie I want to talk about is The Bucket List. The Bucket List was created or released in 2017 and was directed by Rob Reiner. The main actors were Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. This story is about two men who are terminally ill who go on a trip of a life to fulfill their bucket list. Well, what this movie taught me was that you should always live your life to the fullest, even if you were in bad health. And moving on to the next film, which is Stand By Me. This movie was released in 1986 and was also directed by Rob Reiner. The main actors are Will Wheaton, River Phoenix, Corey Feldman, and Jerry O'Connell. Well, this movie is about four young boys who go on a journey to find a dead body. Well, what this movie taught me was that you should always cherish your youth and your friends, because they'll not always be there for you. So, moving on to the next slide. Another movie I want to talk about is Our Idiot Brother. It's a recent movie. It was released in 2011, and it's directed by Jesse Peretz. The main protagonist, Paul Rudd, he plays as Ned, this film is about a man who you could consider a hippie, who goes to visit his family after losing his house and whatnot, and ends up getting mixed up in all their problems. Well, what this movie taught me was that even if you are a confident and nice person and you do everything by the book, not everything could go your way, and you can't make everybody happy. So, moving on to the next slide. Okay, so here's one of my favorites, Stand By Me. Oh, wrong way, Steve. Alright, Waking Life. This is a really good one. It was released in 2001, and it was directed by Richard Linklater. Well, this movie is about a man, you know, they don't provide hardly any names or anything in this film. But the main actor, or main protagonist for this film is Ethan Hawke. And the movie is basically about a man who goes on a journey through his dreams and discovers revelations and, you know, more about himself. Well, what this movie really taught me was that you should dream big. Your dreams are a second life and are something you should never ignore. So on to the next slide. That was my top favorite 5 movies that I talked about. So to me, what film means to me and what all these films together mean to me is that every film is a new world that you can see with your own eyes. You can go there, you can be there, you know, it's a world that you can visit anytime. To me, film is emotion put in motion. So, thank you very much for your time. That was my top favorite films and what they mean to me. Right, so all these films and all the information I got from these films came from these 5 citations I have here, which are all from IMDb, or IMDb, and it's a movie database website that gives you all the things you need to know about any film you want to know about. And these are my citations, and I thought I'd let everybody know that this is where I got my information. So thank you for your time, and have a good one, everybody.